Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that program this morning. Some new information. In my first career, I used to be an IT pro. So I was a network administrator at Vodafone, maybe you know the mobile telecommunication company. I was the first woman started there in that whole IT department, so it was quite a nice experience. And what I encountered within these 7 years I was working there was how the IT department was perceived by the whole company. Like we were a cost driver, we just came up when something is going wrong, something is not functioning, or you want to have money, you want to have budget to implement new systems, new trainings maybe, and so on. So we didn't have a very positive image within the company. Do you encounter something similar maybe at your companies, that you have to fight for acceptance and fight against resistance within your company? Maybe someday. Okay. So to suit you better today, I would like to change the topic slightly, because I think it's not that important for you to know how your company can become a leading brand in your market. But I want to provide you these strategies differently so that you can use them to make yourself, your department more attractive, more perceived positive within the company, so that you can achieve this year, that you don't have to ask anymore for budget, that you don't have to beg anymore that anybody is implementing your ideas and your projects, but that you are the one who's asked to do something for the company. As with Vodafone, we encountered what happened is that we got outsourced because nobody really saw what the IT really does for a company. We are like the pumping heart that keeps the system alive, because when you pull the right plug, what happens? It might be that the whole company is just standing still, isn't it like that? Because most of the things just going digital, or going over the systems you administer. And so I want to give you today 6 strategies that you can alter the visibility, the acceptance within your company. If it's local or when you have a brighter range of working at this time. So first of all, we talk about 6 strategies. These are basic for you to become a positive image. Why image is so important, we will come to it later on. And secondary, we go to what I call them customer gaining strategies. Let's put it this way, that your management, your company itself, outside your department, is your internal customer. So we can, regard it as the same thing, but just as an internal topic. And at the very end, we're gonna look at examples from your company, so how you can find the right strategy. I just had a look at your websites a few days ago, so I might have a few hints and tips for you how you can change the one or other thing. If you're open for any advice at that point, we can talk about that at the very end. So first of all, I have to tell you something that might not suit you very well, that it's not about your technology, and that you are not perceiving or not convincing others to spend money, to give you budget, or to help you because of your technology. It's more what is behind the technology. So we're not drilling holes and putting hole plugs or dübel, I don't know what the English term for it is, not to have a nice hole in the wall, but to put something on it, a mirror, a nice picture maybe. So the technology you provide, the systems, hardware, software, processes, is the one they pay for. But what they buy is the solution behind it. It's like this airplane. I came here to Switzerland and from Germany by plane. It was, I didn't care about what kind of machine it is, how many seats are in it, what I'm getting to drink or to eat, because that's the normal stuff that you already know. I just was interested in at what time do I have to board and when I will be in Switzerland and how is my next schedule. So this was just a technology that brought me to my destination, so gave me a solution. So what you should change about your thinking, your communication in the future is not talking about your purpose, talking about the benefit of your purpose and of what you provide. Let's look at it further on. So your offer is mainly the thing that you talk about what we do, that we implement technology, that we talk about technology, that we serve within the company or even externally. But, well, to be honest, most of you will love what you do, will love technology. And yesterday I had this spark in the eyes with the other colleagues and said, yes, I love what I do. I'm in the IT department because this is a part of my heart and part of my personal philosophy. But most of the people who work with you don't have a clue about technology, or what it is about and what it's behind, how important it is, because they have other things to do, like marketing or sales, for example. And when you talk about the results for them, what they gain through your department, your solutions, your ideas, then you will start being attractive for them, because then they start understanding that you're not a cost driver but a solution provider. So it's all about mindset, it's all about different communication, not what we do, but what can we do for you. Because it doesn't matter to whom you talk, everybody wants to know a single thing. Because the only thing we don't get back is time. So we want to know right away what's in it for me out of this conversation. You came in here because you had a certain idea of what you can get out of the session. Some information how to improve within your everyday life, or maybe in special occasions. And this is the same thing with everybody you talk within a company. Tell them what's in it for them, sorry. And in second place, when you see the percentage, just a little bit, tell them how you would do it. Because most of the time they don't understand it, they don't even want to know it, they just want to know when it's ready, how much does it cost, and what's the solution behind it. How can it help me? I know this is at the first time a little bit scary and it changes the whole thinking of us, but this is the way you can manage to be the one who are welcome and who are the one who are asked and not the one who need to beg or ask for budget and for help at that point. Maybe to make it easier for you how you can implement that thinking or how to communicate that is to maybe ask your colleague or other departments or the management which you're in to identify with them the exact results your company or your department is providing for the company. What are you exactly doing? Not doing. Transforming. What's the change you promote? And when you know that, from the perspective of your clients, not of yourself, but of your clients, you will have great arguments for further talks, for further argumentation about budget, for example. See, the second thing you should know is how to get a positive perception. Who of you is driving by car to your company every day? Just give me a sign. No? Okay. Most of the time we're driving, going in the car, we're driving to our destination, and during this drive we're just thinking about the next meeting, the next email we have to answer, and all of a sudden we're just at the destination. And somehow we don't really realize how we got there. Did you encounter such situations from time to time? This is the thing called autopilot within your subconscious mind. So you know your car, you know all the rules of the street, how to drive, and you know what happens when the flashlight goes red or green, and you have a lot of experience what happens on the street and how to react. So your subconscious knows exactly which actions to take. So you can do something else. You can think about something that is in your mind at the very moment and that needs your attention now, that needs to be overthought now. So this autopilot is accompanying you the whole life and not an everyday situation, not only in everyday situation, but also in buying decisions. And this is something that the University of Harvard found out that 95% of your buying decisions are made through your subconscious mind, so by your autopilot. What does it mean? It means that you don't really think about buying that bottle of water because you're doing it every day. You need something, you see this bottle is filled with water, I need water, it looks positive because it's clean and it's closed, so it might be something I'm buying. So you just take it and put it in your cart and you go to the cashier. And this is something that happens to you like 100 and 1,000 times a day. And the $1 million question at this point is how we can manage to, with our department, with our working, to get in this routine, to be something with our service that we provide, that our management, the other departments decide as, yeah, sure, we have to implement this, sure, we have to do it, sure, we have to spend money for it, just on autopilot. That they don't have to, this inner resistance to think about it again. Do you know these talks about problems and I don't know if we can do it, maybe we have to think about it in the next meeting, maybe next month, or now we don't have the budget, next year maybe we can think about it or implement it, or maybe something will change. We know that every day, and this is really a hard fight every time again. And I will show you now how you can overcome these resistance. What you can see here, it's a little bit, it's a light green frame around it, maybe you can see it a little bit. Just tell me, which of the gray squares is lighter? Who says the left one? Just give me a sign.
Lighter.
Lighter. Who says the right one is lighter? The gray square, okay. Who says both are the same? Gotcha. Yeah. Of course, both are the same, as you can see it here. What I just want to demonstrate here is the way what image does to you. Image, a positive perception of you and your work, gives you a frame. And this frame leads to differentiation against others. That means if your management has 3 options to spend the budget on, if you have a positive frame about it, and you differentiate yourself, your department, your idea, your project against the other ones, guess what happens? You get the budget. It's very simple. When you just tell it this way. It's, of course, something you have to build up first of all. So how do we manage to get this positive frame about it, which puts us aside from everybody and everything else, and from the negative perception of this is a cost driver? I brought to you two examples of companies, but before this, let's talk about how this autopilot functions. So, as I said with this button, the autopilot functions in 2 steps. First step, perception. I see something, and I have an idea of what it can do and what it means to me. In this case, something, water, giving me refreshment. What you should think about it right now is how your systems, your IT, is perceived at the very moment. Do they see the computers, the cables, the software, processes? What is it? So that's the first thing. So what do I see? Second thing is, how do I assess it? And this is the point where decision making is going on. So the first step of assessment is, do I perceive it as, even further, do I assess it as positive for me? Positive means, does it give me a smile? When I see you and I know you, for example, and we have a good chat, and you made me smile because of a good joke at the dinner, I will come to you and say, oh, it's nice to see you again, maybe have, go on with our small talk. But when I had a different reaction in somebody, because maybe we were dancing and you stepped on my foot like every 2 minutes, and I have such a foot now, was bleeding or something, what do I have? A very negative emotion with it. So in this case, I decide positive or negative. Positive, I will go further with the autopilot. If my assessment is negative, what do? I look at the others and say, oh yeah, he was also very nice to me, so I go to him. See what happens? It's just a simple, very quick decision, positive or negative. So, don't mind, we didn't have dinner yesterday, but just to take an example, I hope that's okay for you. So, if we manage to have a positive assessment this moment, and I will show you how that functions later on, then, and this is the most important part, you need to fulfill a need, that you are assessed as something that is beneficial for me. As you could see it here, or you can see it up there, is, we call it in marketing a reward. So what's rewarding for me, what's in it for me when I buy that product? Do you have an idea what that what product is behind? No, women mostly know it. Women mostly know it because of the fact that this product is made for the normal woman. As you can see it here, stated by, this is a marketing campaign or a picture of the whole marketing campaign, not with a perfect size 0 Photoshop women with no wrinkles at all, and nobody looks like it, but they're put on the packages and they're put in the marketing. And what happens to us women every day? We're looking at the packaging in the morning, not wearing makeup at the moment and saying, well, I never will look like it. Even I spend so much money on it and I'm using it for such a long time, it doesn't happen. What does it to me? It stresses me. It makes me unhappy. Now the men say, yeah, same thing with you. My husband, he's a young man, but he's getting a little bit bald. His forehead is growing. And every morning when he looks at his shampoo bottle, this full-haired man is smiling at him and telling him, you never will look like me again. What does it to him? It bothers him. He perceives himself as losing a millimeter of hair every hour in his life.
There is also a bottle with Kojak. So you will not stress in the morning. So manage the stress in advance. Sorry for this.
Totally. You should stick another
so what I have to do, if you see Kojak, then you say, oh, what?
You're so true. But what happens? No Kojak on the bottle because they want to sell shampoo. When you don't have hair, you don't need shampoo.
Yeah.
So it's
but you have to wash anyway. But do it something. You are so clever with the photo. Do it something for your husband. He will love it.
I did it. We're laughing about that topic all the time because it's still something we're playing around. I just want to say what's behind that campaign. It's just the pain of people which they address it. So they put normal people on the TV, on packaging, normal women with curves and not perfect shape, and even men who you see every day on the street as your co-workers, as your family, whoever. Normal people, not Photoshop. So, what is the reward behind that product? Why people are willingly buying this product so much? The reward is relief, taking away the stress of having to be perfect for men and women either. So let's take another example. Starbucks. We had a slight discussion yesterday in the group about it. let's see what happens today. Starbucks